I was born in Port St. Joe. My parents moved there with a paper mill in 1940. I went to the public schools there and played high school sports, and I visited every one of the 6 counties on sporting teams throughout the entire 6-county circuit. After I graduated from high school, went to Auburn University. I was at Auburn for 4 years and met Jan while I was at Auburn. We met the second year of school at Auburn. And then I went to law school the next year, and Jan joined me in Tallahassee. We were married after the first year of law school. And then from there, while I was in law school, I worked with Representative Risch as a committee member with him in the legislature in Tallahassee. And then Representative Billy Joe Risch recommended me for a job with Don Fuqua, and I had a full-time, a permanent job with Representative Fuqua in his Washington, D.C. office. And with him, I had an opportunity to go to all the committee meetings, meet with him, meet with the other representatives, and was fully exposed to the legislative process in Congress after having the opportunity to be exposed to the legislative process in Tallahassee with Billy Joe Risch. After that, I came back to the area and was hired by Leo Jones to be an assistant state attorney. Worked with Leo for 3 years, and while I was working with Leo, after a couple of years, there were only 3 full-time people in the office then, and while I was working with Leo, I was designated or asked to prosecute a case against a local person who was somewhat political, and got involved in that case. And the person was very good friends with Senator Dempsey Barron, who happened to be Dean of the Florida Senate. And so here I was, 28 years old, trying a case in Panama City with Dempsey Barron in a politically charged case. It was a misdemeanor case. It was not a felony. I was prosecuting that case. And so as we're getting ready for trial, the Supreme Court passed a rule that said they would try on a trial basis cameras in the courtroom. And so that trial, and Judge Don Sermons was a county judge at that time. He was the judge on the case. That trial was the first case in the state of Florida where cameras were allowed in the courtroom, regular snapshot cameras and TV cameras. So it was quite an experience for a young person like that. And I thought I did a pretty good job trying the case. The jury didn't agree, and Dempsey prevailed. But a few months later, Dempsey's firm needed someone to work with the firm, and I was offered the job, and then worked with that firm for about 28 years. I was with that law firm, and while I was with the law firm, I tried a variety of cases representing individuals, representing companies, representing individuals that were defendants, representing individuals that were suing the other side, and had quite a bit of litigation throughout the 6 counties. Also, since I'd done some criminal work, I did some criminal defense work and tried one high-profile, I would call, a double murder case that I was involved in trying that case. We tried it twice, actually, over in Pensacola. And so during my time as an attorney and working with a law firm, and including the time I was with the state attorney's office, I have tried over 100 jury trials, tried most of those by myself, and occasionally would try those with another person in the law firm assisting me. In 2005, there was a new position created for a circuit judge. And I thought about that. I had thought before about applying for a circuit judge or running for a circuit judge. So after considering it and talking it over with Jan, I went ahead and applied. And on that panel that interviews you, there are 9 people that are on the Judicial Nominating Committee. It's local lawyers, it's local lay people. And those people look over, they have an investigating member, and they look over your background, your educational experience, your legal experience. They talk to your clients. They talk to the judges. They review your paperwork. And they talk to the other attorneys that you've tried cases with to determine your demeanor and so forth. So out of that group of 14 people, I was one of the 4 that were nominated. And so then 4 of us went to Tallahassee, and we were interviewed by the governor's office. And Governor Jeb Bush, his staff, they interviewed us, and they want to know everything about your background. Primarily, they want to know, are you going to do something that would embarrass the governor after appointing you as judge? And through that process, I was appointed, and then 3 years later, I was up for election. No one qualified against me, so I was automatically elected without opposition. So now I've been a circuit judge for a total of 8.5 years. What I'm most proud of is the first 5 years I was a circuit judge, I worked in the dependency system. And when I was in that system, I noticed that many of the cases were lingering for much too long. The dependency system is involving children that are in homes that are dangerous for the children because of possibly alcohol abuse or drug abuse or other problems. And they were very dangerous situations, and frequently the children would be removed from the homes. And the children would be removed, and then there was a state of limbo where you were trying to rehabilitate the parents and try to reunify the family. Sometimes that just did not work out. Those cases were lingering for over 3 years, and some of these children were in foster homes or in limbo for a period of over 3 years. And this was very disturbing to me, and I noticed in court it was very disturbing, of course, to the foster parents and to the biological parents. So we developed a timeline. I met with the agencies involved for a period of a year. We developed a timeline, and we've realized that these cases were taking an average of 3 years, 36 months. So we all met monthly for a year, and during that period of time we studied and figured out ways, and everyone had suggestions to shorten that period of time that these children were in limbo. And what I'm most proud of is we shortened that period of time from 36 months down to 18 months. Later, the next year, I believe, or a few months later, we received a letter from the Supreme Court commending us, all of us that had worked together, on improving the adoption process, in streamlining the dependency process, in protecting the at-risk children from the horrible situations they were in. Some of the ideas that we had were incorporated statewide, and they have been used by other circuits and used by other circuits, of course, in the Panhandle. So I am very proud of that. Other than that, people have difficult situations that come up in their businesses, that come up in their personal lives, that come up when they have possibly been involved in a criminal event. And I look forward to my job in helping those people resolve those problems, in getting it resolved in a timely manner. Win or lose in a civil case, an individual or a business, they want to know, when is my litigation going to be over? When is the judge going to rule? When is this case going to be concluded? And when the judge rules, is that judge going to be reversed on appeal and we'll have to come back and do it all over again? So I take a lot of pride in having a very high rate of approval by the appellate courts. Very few of my cases have been reversed. Only one jury trial that I've handled has been reversed and sent back. All of the other ones have been affirmed on appeal. I'm very proud of that. And that is of great benefit to anyone who's in the court system, so their case is resolved in a timely period rather than a period that is much longer.